And we're back at the Junior Mixed Team event in the World Archery Youth Championships in Yankton, South Dakota. My name's Patrick Houston. I'm a junior recurve from the GB team, and I'm joined by
Brittany. I am Brittany from the local organizing committee, and I actually work full-time for the National Field Archery Association.
So in the last 4 teams shooting here, we have the people's. Sorry, I don't know if that is actually the correct title. We have Korea versus Ukraine, and in the other match we have Chinese Taipei versus France. The French team man is shooting is Thomas Koenig, who I beat in the mixed team gold medal match at the World Youth Championships in Brooksea 2 years ago.
The wind is picking up.
So we have a 7 for the Ukrainian girl, and a 3 for the Korean girl. Ooh dear. No food for her tonight.
How is the food, by the way?
Very American, but
Yeah.
very good.
Yes.
Ooh, and that's a spot in the X. Right, just off the spider. 8 and a 5 for the Ukrainians, so they've actually drawn score. 13 apiece, including a 3. Interesting way to do it. That's a 7 on the left for the Ukrainian. But yeah, the food's generally really good. It was it's not necessarily the healthiest, it might be a bit hard to get your 5 a day, but we've had a nice range. It's changed quite a lot. I've really enjoyed it. We had an awesome it's called like a French dip sandwich today.
Yeah.
My god, it's amazing. Yeah, we actually made a pro tip video from our team manager John Knott today on how to make the 2 X's for Lee Woo-suk, and that's why he won the Youth Olympics. We made a pro tip video of how to make a perfect French dip sandwich today, and my dear was it awesome.
We'll have to look that one up.
We haven't posted online
Okay.
yet, but it'll be online.
All right.
At John Knott, N-O-T-T, or J-O-N-N-O-T-T, I believe. It'll be up there later on, and I say it was definitely the best food we've had since we arrived. It was really good. Basically, it's 2 pieces of bread, like a bun, and then got beef in the middle with some form of gravy on it. Then you dip it in. What's the dip?
Au jus.
Au jus. So like really thin gravy.
Yes.
It was amazing. It really was.
Yeah, it's almost like a stock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, the Koreans take that set 30 to 26. The Ukrainians not shot well there, 8-5-5-8. Maybe double those 2 middle arrows and then they'll be happy. But yeah, it's not the best scoring. As you may have noticed, the Ukrainian man is shooting a very old bow. He's shooting a Hoyt Aerotech, and that is the bow which Simon Fairweather won the 2000 Olympics with. It's very good recurve, good geometry, very stable. I've shot the Hoyt Helix, which is the next model up from that, all with the tech bar in the back. Really stiffens the riser up, gives it a good punch on release. And the girl is shooting an NOCXT, which is the 2011 win-win model. Still a very good bow. Romain Giroux was shooting it in Shanghai. It's a brilliant score shot in the UK with it. I know Naomi shot a couple of personal bests and British records shooting the NOCXT. Shot the Olympics with it as well. Brilliant bow.
It's a cool shot of the canopy. Have you ever shot under an actual permanent canopy before like this, or is this something more uncommon?
Well, in the UK, we in Lilleshall, the National Sports Centre, we have it's like a massive garage we shoot out of. We've got heaters and workshops and work tools and all inside. So it's not quite like this. We're not actually shooting. Do you ever shoot from underneath this? Like actually underneath?
Yes.
Yes. Suppose if it's raining heavily, you might want to be under this shooting out. But no, I've never shot under something like that. Then like a covered shooting line. No, that's new for me. You see this tarmac strip beside? That's target 48. That's where I was shooting my qualification. So everybody else had to wade through the fairly thick grass, whereas I just walked on a sidewalk.
A few less mosquitoes too, I'm sure. No?
Yeah, a few less mosquitoes, but then again, 40% DEET does the same job.
Yes. Do you guys have mosquitoes like this at home?
No, we have midges.
And how do they differ?
They're fine. They're mildly annoying.
Do they bite like the mosquitoes?
They sort of nip you and then go away. They chew while they happen. Whereas these things, our team is. We look like we've been shot with paintball guns.
It's like your battle wounds.
Yeah. So the team from Ukraine came in ranked 12th. We've got Solomiya TRAPEZNIKOVA and Sergii MAKAREVYCH versus Suk and Gyeong. Ooh, 10 for the Ukrainian to begin with. Or was that the Korean? It's hard to tell sometimes where the target comes up. 10 for the Ukrainian, nice shot. And 2 9s for the Korean upwind. Aiming off well. Ooh, a high 6 for the Ukrainian girl. That can't be good. Not when you're shooting against the top ranked team such as Korea. 9 9 9. 3 9s in wind like this is about as accurate as you can ask to be. Keep it in the gold and you're doing very well. Ukrainian man shot a 9. There, as you can see, they're shooting 2 arrows each. 10 and a 6 and then 9. 3 points down on the Koreans. He shoots a 9. That's nice shooting from him. Shame about that high 9. Particularly when if you'd put a 9 in there, they would have won that set. So they're 4 points down against the Koreans. In the semi-final, the Recurve junior mixed team. Might be able to see in the background the American whitetails. They are the bosses.
Yes.
I don't like them. I don't like them. Give me damage any day.
They're a great target. They're a little bit. Are they harder to pull the arrows out of?
Yeah,
But they are.
I've hurt my shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shooting blank balls. Shooting target,
Yeah.
like 70-meter target, that's okay. They've slowed down a bit. But shooting blank balls, I have to get people to help because I have hurt a bit doing it and then don't want to hurt more on my shoulder.
Yeah, it's a fine. Is it a fine balance to actually, getting too soft of a target?
Yeah.
With some pass-throughs, and do you guys have trouble with that in Recurve, or
Not really, no.
on the
On
compound
the compound
end?
side, yeah,
Yes.
it happens. Particularly because you don't have like replaceable cores.
Yes. Yeah, that's what's great about the American whitetails is definitely on the compound end. When you're thinking about both fields, that was the advantage to the American whitetail.
What
Just the stability of them and making sure that we didn't have any pass-throughs or any breakdown of the target.
I heard a few of my friends were having close to pass-throughs.
Really?
Yeah. I take it then if that's happening, you just rotate the boss a bit and then
Yeah.
just move
Yeah, and
your
I
core
haven't. These are
spots
brand
around
new.
a bit.
These are new targets that just came to us about a week before the tournament, so I haven't really had a chance to look at them. But we permanently have them here at our facility.
I was talking to my coach Lloyd Brown about the prices, and he was saying back when he was coaching in America, they were $150. Is that the same sort of price these days?
I think they're.
Not
that
a
I'm
bit.
not sure of. I think they might be more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was sort of. I think he left in the early noughties. I'm not 100% sure.
We also have the Eastern Trailer down on the end of the field. And that is actually our Vegas shoot winners, and a few of them are here at this tournament from the U.S.
Cool.
And I believe Mexico actually has a few that took home scholarships from our
That's very
Vegas shoot
nice.
winners. So
Yeah, I shot Vegas this year, except even though I could still have entered the junior category, I was entered the championship freestyle. Came in 10th there, came third the first day with 295. Then I think dropped to 6th with 293 the second day, and then shot 290 on the last day. It wasn't the pressure or anything getting to me. I think just the delights of Vegas maybe wore off a little on me.
Yeah.
But I know next year I'll be going back with full intentions to win the Indoor World Cup and the Vegas shoot itself.
exciting. Yeah, we actually, a lot of the same people that put this tournament on put on the Vegas shoot. So.
No, I really enjoyed it. It's a brilliant shoot there. Absolutely great. And it's amazing to see. I know I've been to these sort of competitions and seen like the best in the world before, but to see so many of them there, it is just amazing. And I was on a shooting line with a Korean in front of me, a Korean behind, Brady over to the right, Jake beside me, Butch Johnson, Michele Frangili, all the top recurves are there.
A lot of good shooters. Yeah, we had over 2,700 shooters this year.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
That's very impressive. The Ukrainians need to win this set to keep the match running. 10 and an 8, decent shooting, point above the Koreans. Sergei was shooting well last end, kind of keep it up. 7. That's looking hopeful. And then again, I don't want to jinx them like I did the last match. He's being buffeted by the wind. He's a big man to get hit by the wind. That looks good. They're still 2 points up. They can still take this. They will Seok with his axial sight, deviating the wind as they supposedly do. 3-point lead if he shoots a 10. Anything inside the 8. Yes, and he's won the set. Good shooting by the Ukrainians there. I do like their color scheme. The yellow and blue is very striking.
Yeah,
even down to his knock and his tab. His knocks and his fletches are yellow and blue as well.
Ah,
I'm not quite sure what the bum bag's about though.
It's cool to see all of the colors around
GB
the
definitely
facility.
has the best top.
Oh.
Like, other people have color schemes. Ours is our flag.
That is true.
You put two of us together, you have a Union Jack. You can't beat that. And I'm not just saying that because I'm wearing it. Other people have conceded that as well.
Someone thought very hard about that shirt. That's for sure.
Yeah, at the moment it's bold, so you've got all the bold straight lines as if we are actually wearing Union Jack. The incarnation before that, it was the same design, but it sort of fluttered out, sort of faded out, and the edges became tattered. I'm doing hand signals here as if the people at home are able to see my hand. Just for you, Brittany.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a nice top, but I think these look better. These look better, and then before that, it was like a blue and white top. It did not look good. Whereas this looks awesome, and I really do hope they keep this style of top for basically my entire career. I'm happy with it. It's awesome. Change the style of the top, as in like the shape, color, whatever. That's fine by me, but keep the design. Design's good. It's not the top the team going to the European Games are taking with them this year. The European Games is starting. I think they're flying out. I think they're flying out today actually, to Baku in Azerbaijan, for I think what's going to be one of the biggest multi-sport events outside of the Olympics and Commonwealth.
And that starts this weekend?
That starts this week. I'm not quite sure when the archery starts in it. I think it's like a 3-week event. You know, it's like the Olympics. It's a big event. Yeah, we're sending Kieran Slater in the male recurve category, and then we're sending Naomi Falkard, Amy Oliver, and Nikki Hunt to represent female recurve archery for Great Britain. Like the Olympics, it is simply a recurve event. You never know, maybe someday these compounds will take their training wheels off and do some big competitions. I know I'm really getting a good jibe in here, as America is a very big compound nation.
It is. We're very compound heavy, especially in our organization. In the NFA, we do a lot of compound. Yeah. And we actually have our own, we have the professional class for the compounders. And so what is the difference between,
I've heard like the pro and the pro-am and the amateur. What is the sort of difference between the
We actually have a paid professional class. So they pay to have a pro card, and they must shoot pro at all of our tournaments. And those are the money classes.
Yeah.
So they win pretty big checks at all of our tournaments.
Do the checks come from sponsors, or do the checks come from entry fees for that?
Both. We pay back a percentage of our entry fee for our actual prize money, and then contingency is by all of their sponsors.
Okay. What are the sort of the charges or the entry fees for, say Reading? What were the entry fees?
Reading is probably one of the more expensive ones. So I know they pay around $300.
Okay, similar to Vegas to the entry fees?
Yes. And we pay back, actually in Reading, we pay back about $100 a person. Plus Reading is a little bit different because it's the club runs a separate tournament.
Okay.
So they're shooting 2 tournaments simultaneously.
Reading is a 3D competition?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, so we actually just got back there. It was the first weekend of May, and we went out there and spent a week. So that was my 3rd time in Reading. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I definitely plan on doing the field course while I'm here. I'm a junior world team field champion as well. Won that in Croatia last year with Craig McCreary shooting barebow and Jordan Mitchell on compound. Quite funny actually, the junior world field team was Great Britain, but technically all 3 of us were from Northern Ireland.
Very cool. We'll have our 70th field nationals this summer.
Oh wow, that is impressive.
For our organization.
I think the All British Open, I think, it's been around since the mid 70s.
Yeah.
It's not quite that long.
Yeah. 1939 we started, and then obviously 5 or 6 years later we started the field championships. So.
Interesting.
A lot of history.
We've got an interesting match going on here. We have a 9 and 6 for the Koreans, and a 7 for the Ukrainians. 3 hours remaining to shoot with 30 seconds left. A 9 and a 10 and a 7 even, sorry. She needs to shoot these arrows very quickly. Then again, in windy conditions, this could be very helpful. Ooh, that's a 5. 10. I think the Koreans have won the match, perhaps. Needs a 10. She's lost it. Shame. No shame in losing on to the Koreans. They still get to fight for Recurve Junior Mixed Team Bronze, the World Archery Youth Championships in South Dakota, Yankton. Sorry, Yankton, South Dakota.
Same difference.
Yeah. And our other match between France and Chinese Taipei is a 3-all. So we'll see as soon as they walk down to the targets who's going to be fighting for mixed team gold. Yeah, I will definitely be getting field marks